Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another dev blog. So today we're going to be taking a look at Depths of the Abyss update. In this video I'm going to quickly go through the dev blog and then I'm going to do a T0 and a T6 Abyssal site to see what kind of rewards and what kind of NPCs, trigs, etc. you are likely to face. The Depths of the Abyss update coming in September will introduce new tiers of Abyssal Dead Space, allowing players who are unfamiliar with the Abyss a chance to experience it in its more accessible level, while also offering experience capsules even greater challenges and rewards. The introduction of Tier 0 sites in Abyssal Dead Space will offer less experienced, curious capsuleers an opportunity to dip their toe into the Abyssal Dead Space with less danger. This will allow them to become familiar with the kind of ships and environments they can expect to encounter at higher tiers. For those who are looking for a greater challenge, new Tier 6 Abyssal Dead Space pockets are also coming as part of the Depths of the Abyssal update. Offering even better rewards, these new sites will give even seasoned Abyss players something new to master. Other elements of the Depths of the Abyss update will include being able to enter all Dead Space tiers in teams of 2 destroyers, with the introduction of velocity increasing clouds and capital modular mutaplasmids. In addition, there will be new groups of NPCs for capsuleers to face at all tiers of Abyssal Dead Space. Expect some different Triglavian foes, and even pirate faction adversities that have not been seen in the Abyss before. Now, it doesn't state here, but the factions or the new pirate factions etc. will be Sansha, bloodraider and D.E.D Concord ships, which you will now find in Triglavian Abyssal Dead Space. So I'm not going to lie, I am quite excited at this. I probably won't do a Tier 6 on Tranquility, and the T0 isn't really going to be for me either, but the extra multiplasmids could be quite interesting depending at what level they start dropping and the percentage chance, etc. Having an extra 2 tiers, one at the end and one at the start, can only be a good thing for people either looking to really challenge themselves or, as I said, just trying to get into it to start off with. So yeah, you can do the Tier 1s in a alpha clone, so Tier 0 is really going to be quite easy. It's going to be incredibly easy, so well, who knows. But I'm going to go run a T0 now and a T6, and I'm going to show the loot, enemies, etc. that you can expect to see, so bear with me. So I'm on the test server at the moment. I've fitted up a caracal with fully T1 items, no named items, no meta items, just bog standard T1 standard missiles, and I'm going to go see how this performs in a tranquil dark. Now, one of the slight changes they have made is now you have a drop down for cruiser, because they have added destroyers as well. You are now able to do these with 2 destroyers or 3 frigates, which was always the case. So now you have to choose obviously your category and then you activate. So I'm going to run a few of these and I'll let you know the results of the tranquil ones. So the first T1 that I've got is just a Lucid Escort on its own, so this should be relatively straightforward. 2 Sparkle Needles, these should be very quick to take down. In the last room I didn't even activate my hardness. We have a Lancer, again should be easy to take this out. So in order to do this I didn't use any of my shield hardeners, I didn't use my shield booster. Now this isn't an alpha character, so I do obviously have skills, but yeah, all in all I didn't use any of the active mods that I have, and we came out with 1 Firestorm, 4 survey sheets and some crystalline isogen. Now that took me a good 8 minutes. I could have obviously done it quicker if I'd have had a afterburner or micro warp drive, and came out with roughly 400k. So not terrible, not great, but considering literally there was no risk in there whatsoever, that's not bad for an alpha character. However, as been shown on multiple times, that you can do a T1 in as an alpha in a frigate and a cruiser, so you're probably better off just doing them instead of doing the T0s, to be perfectly honest. It's just, As I say, it's just not worth the time and the effort. So I'm in a Gila now. I'm about to run my first cataclysmic abyssal site. Let's see how we get on. This could be an absolute disaster. We'll soon find out. So I'm going to edit this down to make it quicker. As you can see here, it's just frigate spawns. I have one of the towers helping me, which is the, I can't remember what it's called for the life of me, but it shoots the missiles and drones. So that gives me a helping hand, making this relatively quick and easy. So I finished the drones off, just getting the cash here. As you can see, the time taken was next to nothing. The payout was pretty poor. Again, whether these are the final payouts that you'll get in these sites is anybody's guess, but now we're going through the gate to get to the second room. So on entering the second room, we have numerous cruisers and we have a Karen battleship. Now ordinarily I run these in frigates and the cruisers can be deadly, so I basically panic a little here. I get going, I pop my boosters just to be safe. Hazardous. As I say, yeah, at the end it was relatively straightforward. There weren't many newts, there were a few webs which caused me a few issues, but all in all, other than the initial panic, these went down relatively swiftly. So again, that room took a little bit of time, not anything excessive, but if I had two of them in a row I may not have finished in time. Now again, the payout was pretty meh, but again I don't know if these are the final payouts for the T6s or whether these will be amended at all. So with that finished, again onto the gate to do the third room. And the last room was frigates as well as a battleship. Now again, this was relatively straightforward, just took a bit of time to take down the battleship in the end, but all in all, no troubles from this room either. So just done a quick check out of game and it reckons that that is roughly 50 million ISKs worth of loot back on Tranquility server, so nothing to shout home about, but again this obviously could be changed. I may have just got unlucky. I did get a T5 there, which wasn't too bad. So in this one I've come across a Rodivas and I've also got Kikimoras in here as well, so as you can see they've added a few more of the Abyssal ships that you will be fighting instead of just the few that they had, so that's quite a nice change. So in this room we had Devvacs as well as Kikimoras, with the Rodivas in the previous one. Now that is all the Abyssal Tech 2 ships that have now been added to the Abyssal sites, which is quite nice. So I did another 4 sites at T5 looking for the Sansha, the Dark Bloods and the D.E.D ships. Unfortunately I didn't come across any, so can't show them in this video, but I do know they were there last night because I did get a spawn of Sansha. So all in all, I do like the changes. It mixes it up a bit and is going to cause a few problems for the runners. It's not quite as straightforward as it was, because obviously with the Sansha and the Dark Bloods with different damage types, that is going to cause a few issues on some fits, although you'll just go for the standard multispectral shielding, I'm sure. But again, it'll make it a little bit harder with a little bit more unpredictability, and that has to be a good thing. As I said earlier, I'll link the dev blog in the description for anybody that wants to read it. I would definitely recommend reading it if you are into your Abyssal sites. I quite like the addition of the T0s for the newer players and the T6s for anybody who's crazy enough to want to do them. Now I don't know if they've changed the difficulty on any of the T1 to T5s in order to be able to slot the 0s and the T6s in. Now I've just run 4 T5s and I didn't have an issue with any of them, but again I did get some quite okay spawns. Nothing that really was particularly taxing, so I can't tell you if that is different to normal or whether that is roughly in line with what I'd expect from a T5. So let me know what you think, whether you think this is a good change for the game or not, whether you just see it being an issue again with capital multi-spawns, etc., what kind of problems you can see or bonuses that you can see with that. Be interesting to know. If you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed, then please think about subscribing to the channel. It is very much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for your time.